My protector.
Get me up to lunch.
Hey Ray, you got Cincy coming in. We know they've won 3 straight, and you guys are motivated because of that. But also, with what Pittsburgh's doing, will there be any scoreboard watching on your part, or just take care of the task at hand and not pay attention to the other side?
I don't. It's kind of hard not to watch it. You're definitely, but we understand we have to take care of our business. And if we don't take care of our business, none of that matters, no matter what happens. So, we know Cincinnati is, heard Sizzle speak about it, and Coach spoke about it, beating us the last 3 times. And, defensively, like I told my defense, we just got to keep doing what we're doing. The last game we lost it, and we gave up 5 field goals. They didn't get in the end zone. And anytime that you can play at that high level, now coming back home, now it's just our time to finish it off. If nothing else happens in the game, we can control it ourselves to win the game, and that's kind of what we're focusing on. And whatever happens with Pittsburgh, Cleveland happens.
So basically, you're set for the number 5 seed unless something dramatic happens.
I don't call nothing in the NFL dramatic. I call it. That's why we play the game, because on any given Sunday, anybody can be beat, and this business has shown that year after year after year that there's no definite anything. No matter what the records are, you're playing a professional football team, and anytime you do that, there's always chances of somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. That's just the way it goes.
Ray, Terrell talked about in his career, he even went back to college, about how Carson has a winning record against him. Do you have a little book at home? Do you keep do you look at this and say, my record against Carson Palmer or my record against Peyton Manning? Do you, at this stage of your career, are you trying to settle even the score with any of these guys personally?
No, I don't keep no records of none of that, because that's easy if we was talking about wrestling, because wrestling is one-on-one. That ain't. You're talking about a total team sport, and it's too much that happens in the course of a game to say, oh, me and Carson, me and Peyton. I know, the way people break down the games, they always compare, oh, Ray Lewis against Peyton Manning, but it's not that. It's a total team, and when you see the teams that go on and win, that's who wins, and that's what's always going to be remembered. It won't be remembered by anything else outside of wins and losses, and that's what it always comes down to.
Ray, do you like the conditions like this when it gets cold, the wind picks up, and offenses, they generally have to run the ball to be successful? Do you kind of like conditions like this?
I like what the conditions like in San Diego and places like that too. But no, of course, I think, up north teams, we have learned to adjust to whatever it is, and that's, you see our divisions, the Ravens, the Pittsburghs, and all those people, we understand what it is to play in the cold. You have to be able to play hard-nosed defense, and you have to be able to run the ball, very effectively. And I think everybody that plays in the north and plays in the cold understands that. And a lot of people who don't understand that, when they do come out of their elements, things does change for them. But for us, it only gets better no matter which way we play, whether it's in the cold or in the dome.
Wait, what have you done? You said a minute ago the defense has been better, and I guess maybe that Buffalo game was the low point, if you will, and ever since then you guys have been among the best ranked in the league. What have you done differently? What's the defense done differently and better in your mind?
I think just stay along the journey. It's kind of what I've been, kind of speaking about the whole year, because you're going to go through things. You're going to go through ups and downs. You're going to go through great games, and then you lose. You're going to go through bad games and then come back to try to find a way to win them. And if you go back to the Buffalo game, I'm talking about just easy missed tackles. The man breaks away, somebody running wide open, don't finish the blitz off. It's that small. It's that small. And when you do get into the later stages and you start to gel, and I know a lot of people were talking about other things on other teams, but a lot of people never gave us credit on how many pieces we're still piecing in. How many young guys that we're still piecing into our defense. And now we're really starting to gel with each other to now we know where this person is going to be, where Terrence Cody is going to be, where Ladarius Webb is going to be. All these different guys that we're just mixing in here and there. And that's what I think it is. I think it's just great chemistry now as it's coming on.
So how does the process work, Ray? You have this big sigh of relief that you're in the playoffs, and now you just hit it into a different mode, now a different gear.
Yeah, the playoffs is always a different gear because it's either win or go home. It'll never change. And for us, I don't think it was ever a sigh of relief, because we've been here the last 2-3 years, back to back, and So we understand what that means. But now, our focus is finish. And then finish for us is, finish this week off against Cincinnati, see where our road leads us next week after that. And ultimately, the destination is Dallas. And that's no secret around here. We've been in the AFC Championship and lost against Pittsburgh, went to Indy, and lost in the second round. So we've been everywhere and been tested through it all. So I think the level of intensity and preparation, all of that changes definitely when playoffs kick in.
Is this the best team of the three, the last 3 years, just given that Joe's further along, Ed's healthy?
We'll see. We'll see. The only thing that makes us the best team if we go finish the AFC Championship off, like we didn't do 2 years ago. Then if we're walking into Dallas, then we have an argument to say this is the best team over the last 3 years.
So it's fair to say Super Bowl bust for this team because a lot of people think, hey, that's shooting too high, just get to the playoffs.
It's 32 teams. One person will touch the confetti. So 31 other teams will be bust. 30 and one team will see the confetti drop. And to live it, to have lived it before, I respect that. I respect that because I don't care who you are, how great of a season you had. At the end of the day, somebody will be watching somebody else with that confetti. And I've been on that side before. So if it's us, because I truly believe, and that's what I keep telling my teammates, what's for you is for you. And if that's in our destiny, and if that's what we're really going to touch at the end of the year, then it's for us. And if it's not, then we come back and recharge it up and go at it again.
Depending on how the game goes Sunday, whether y'all talk about a lot or little, do you see Coach Harbaugh sitting you down, some of the veterans down, to serve y'all?
I think that would be hard to do that because of you one way or another you're going to put somebody else at risk. We're at a very sensitive stage, in the season to where everybody is nursing something, and if you take somebody out, then you just put more pressure on somebody else. So the easiest thing to do is just go in, play the game out as a full team, finish the game, and see what happens after that.
Over the past 2 years, y'all guys went to the playoffs. Do you feel as though that going to this year, you probably have to talk to younger guys more? Do they get the message right now, knowing that this is a different season and what the destiny lies for y'all now?
I don't think it's been a secret since the first day of training camp. All 32 teams come in with the same thing. For us, it's no different. Now we're back in the playoffs. Now it's about finish. It's about finish. And like I said, when we get in this, 6 teams going in there, and only one out of the AFC is going to prevail. And we've been everywhere we're supposed to be in whatever rankings it's supposed to be. But now we have that opportunity again. And that's all you can ever do. All you can ever do is play the game well enough to get in the playoffs. And when you get in the playoffs, here we go again. We're in the tournament.
Ray, on a serious
Stop playing.